Okay, so welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be showcasing uh, Griffith. I don't have him evolved, so I'll be using the trial thing from the events, right? But basically, I know what he does, so I'll just get straight to it. If you wanna see like how to do the Griffith, like the Griffith evolution, you basically have this, the King's Egg, and you will have to do the quest line. For me, the first one, I sacrifice, which is sacrifice 200 units to the Eclipse Apostle enemies via I sacrifice ability. And I don't know what this actually means. I guess like you have to let your units die, but I haven't let my units die that much. I haven't let them like die 81 times to the Eclipse. But yeah. So his evolution takes nothing. Basically just the egg. And I'm sure he has a cosmetic, but I just don't have the thing to evolve him yet. So yeah, I'll be using the trials to show you the Falcon. Alright, so we are in the match now. And we are granted 3 units. So here is Griffith. I haven't loaded it, sorry. But yeah, let me. So basically what he does, right? He basically summons the Eclipse, and he will mark all of your units. He will like basically like brand all your units, and there will be a mark on top of your units, and it will be like a couple hundred enemies like going in from everywhere towards your unit. I think it's pretty interesting to see. Like, it makes sense, right? Even though I haven't like read or watched Berserk, I think that's what happens. I think that's what happens, but yeah. So he actually becomes a damage dealer when he. Sorry, you know what? Let's restart. He basically is a damage dealer after he sacrifices. I'm stupid. Hold on. I can just toggle the video effects here. Okay, so I hope I didn't waste that too much money. Okay, so there's Griffith. He does nothing. But when you start the Eclipse, 100 or more enemies will start coming in, you know, like exactly just what I said. Here is the branded mark. As you can see, it's on top of Guts, but not on top of the Skull Knight, because he has like this one. This unit is immune to being branded, so he cannot be branded. He cannot like be affected by the Eclipse, I guess. So here's the Eclipse. Can't really see the effects, but yeah. There's the enemies coming in from everywhere. And it will go towards Guts now. They'll all go towards Guts. And they'll try to kill Guts. If they actually happen to reach Guts, they'll sell Guts. Guts will be sold, and you cannot do anything about it. But yeah, that's like the only bad thing about the unit, I guess. I mean, the bad thing about using the Eclipse. So here's the second form. He has 3 forms, and this is the dark form, and then he has the light form, of course, the one without the helmet. And he does 12,000 damage every 6 seconds, 34 damage. I mean 34 range. Go to the next attack. Summons like a tornado. There you go, like a black hole or something. Dark banishment. He doesn't seem to be full AoE, but yeah, I think he's just, it's the same thing. He just summons another black hole. So here's the thing. He does another sacrifice. As you can see, let's just turn off like one of the Berserk products, I guess. Don't want him to die now, right? Okay, so after this effect goes off, like the domain goes off, like right, the eclipse goes off, he will turn into the light form. So I'll show you that just in a bit. And the enemy also goes to the enemy, you know? The eclipse summons also goes to the enemy and kill the enemy. I don't think he's changing. I don't know how to stop the eclipse right now. I think if everyone dies, it'll stop. So let's just wait a bit more. There we go. He turns into the Falcon of Light, and he's full AoE. I don't think he's full AoE because I remember him being like a cone. But yeah, he basically has 5 passives. The first one is Aspect of Reality. This unit attacks inflict repulse, and if this unit attacks an enemy on a repulse lockout, basically, if you repulse an enemy, you cannot repulse him again instantly. So it's the repulse lockout thing. After you repulse, if the enemy is already repulsed, he will do 30% point damage, and then it will inflict slow for 30% for 10 seconds. And this unit cannot do damage to the enemies spawned by Ice Sacrifice and will not be attacked by them. He doesn't have the ability either. The next one is Despicable Evil. For every ally tower branded, increases damage by 5% and range by 1%. Next one is Ethereal Body. This unit ignores 30% damage reduction, and when attacking a slowed enemy, it will be 50% instead. So he does 50% penetration damage. Next one is Commander. Summons in the Immortal to fight for him. The Immortal will do a random attack, 1, 2, 3, upgrades self to max upon arriving, and gains 2% damage per thing sacrificed, up to 100%. So if you don't know, yes, here's the Immortal, I guess. His name is something with Z, I guess. I don't remember. I remember seeing him in like some TikToks, I guess. But yeah. Next one is the White Falcon. Buffs all allies in range for 40% damage, and debuffs any units that were branded by 20% damage. For every branded ally or enemy spawns in one demon form. Spawns in, I don't know why I read that in one string, but right. For every branded ally or enemy, spawns in one demon from Ice Sacrifice every 30 seconds. Demons spawned in this way gives 100 yen on death. So this is basically, you can probably consider this as another farm, right? Because as you can see, everything's spawning in and you're still earning money, but it's on the end screen, so like you're not earning any more money. The next one is Fantasia. Lowers the damage reduction of all enemies in range by 20%. Brands applicable allied towers when placed and enemies when spawned. So he's basically doing 50% penetration damage, and he reduces the damage reduction by 20%. 70% damage reduction. Brands applicable allied tower when placed and enemies when spawned. So if I sell all my guns and I place him down, he's branded again. So he's just going to be branding everyone. So this unit is basically like a double-edged sword, I guess. But I think this is like one of those units you want to be using for the buff, and one of those units you want to be using because like I guess for tournaments, because as you can see, this many enemies spawning in. With this guy you can probably like get a lot more kills, get a lot more damage. But yeah, this is like a DPS support, a repulse, and a slow. This is the peak of support units. I assume this is like the peak of support units. The only thing he's not doing is like something like weather report or Alucard, because Alucard inflicts like you know, the thing that makes them get more 20% more damage, and weather report inflicts bubble, which makes the enemy take like 30% more damage. So yeah, this is like a really good unit for slow and repulse, but there's nothing else to it. 10,000 DPS, full AoE sometimes it cones, and yeah, that's about it.